everyone, my name's Stu. I work for the Outreach and Bookmobile Services for York County Library, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make leprechaun hat cookies. These are going to be really cute for St. Patrick's Day. You could make them for your coworkers, your friends, for a party, or yourself. So let's jump right into it.
Alright, for this project you're going to need fudge stripe cookies, a bag of large marshmallows. You're going to need 2 kinds of melting chocolate, just regular brown chocolate, as well as green. You're also going to need parchment paper or wax paper, some green sprinkles. You could do either dark green or light green. Toothpicks, and then you'll also need either a Ziploc bag with a hole cut in the corner, or you can use a piping tool for icing, piping bags, and a small round tip. Alright, to get started, we're going to pour our melting chocolate into a bowl, and as per the directions on the back, I'm going to microwave it for 1 minute. After that's nice and melted, I'm going to stir it together and it's ready for the cookies to be dipped. You want to make sure you don't over microwave your chocolate and burn it, so always do in small increments if you don't know the exact time. So I'm going to get started by dipping the striped front face of the cookie in chocolate, so both sides are covered in chocolate completely. I'm also shaking off the excess chocolate so it's not gloopy and it'll lay flat on the parchment paper. Just keep repeating this with all your cookies. Next, you're going to let the chocolate set for a little bit and just move those to the side. And we are going to move on to the marshmallows. While you still have that melted chocolate, we're going to go ahead and dip our marshmallows in the chocolate. And I made a big mess here and spilt them all over the place. I'm going to go ahead and add the other half of the chocolate because we're going to need a lot more for the marshmallow. So I used about half a bag of the melting chocolates for the cookies and the other half for the marshmallows. I did the same thing. I microwaved it for a minute and then stirred it together. Now I'm going to take my toothpicks and I'm going to put it through my marshmallow so I have something to hold on to while I'm dipping in my marshmallows. And I'm just dipping them in all the way to the top, so you still have that top of the marshmallow exposed, and shaking off the excess chocolate. And it should look like this. I'm going to repeat that process with all my marshmallows, putting them on the parchment paper and making sure to get off that excess chocolate. Now we're going to move on to the green melting chocolate to make the decorative band on the leprechaun hats. I'm going to do the same thing like I did with the other chocolate. I'm going to do half a bag and microwave it for 1 minute. So now that all my marshmallows are set and the brown chocolate has cooled on them, they're ready to be handled. I'm just going to take out that toothpick and flip it on the other side and stick it in the top. Now we're going to take the bottom of the marshmallow with the white part still exposed, and we're going to dip that in. And that is going to make your green decorative band on your leprechaun hat. You can make it as thick or thin as you would like. And then while the chocolate is still wet, I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle on my green sprinkles onto the band. I'm just rotating around, make sure I get it all off, and tapping to get the excess. It should look something like this. Now, I made a mistake here. Before you put it down, go ahead and stick it on that cookie while the chocolate's still melted, because that is going to glue it to your cookie. I'm going to repeat this process with all my marshmallows and cookies. And now you can see we already have our hats kind of together. Now the final step is going to be making our decorative shamrock to go on our hat. I'm going to take my piping bag with the smallest round tip possible, because these are going to be pretty small. You can skip this step, it's not necessary, but if you want to go the extra mile and make these decorative shamrocks, you can. And if you don't have a piping bag at home, you can use a Ziploc bag and just cut the corner off. So what I'm doing here is I'm making 3 small pea-sized dots on my parchment paper, and these are going to be the 3 leaves of the shamrock. And then I'm taking a toothpick and pushing all 3 circles together to make the leaves and like a tiny little stem. Then I'm going to set those aside to cool and harden for a little bit. And then once they're ready, they should be hard and they'll just pull right off the parchment paper. Then I'm taking a toothpick and applying a little bit of the melted chocolate to the back of my shamrock to act like glue. And then I'm just going to stick it onto my hat. And there you have it, a s'mores leprechaun hat. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, make sure you subscribe to our channel or check out our website at yclibrary.org.